Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and this is
Logan Garibay.
And today we're going to talk about Andrew Yang and Yang 2024, and my supposition that Yang 2024 is a pit trap. Okay, all right. Now the days where Scott Garibay just pontificates and there's no back and forth, no confrontation, no questioning of what I said are done. Right? The Garibays are jumping in and giving a more well-rounded view. So Logan's got a few points on my supposition today, and he'll jump in whenever he chooses by doing the following. There you go.
Just
all
a
right.
snap.
Yeah. All right. So all right. Here we go. Okay. Yang 2024. First of all, I love all the yippee-ki Yangs out there who are doing their thing to help Yang win in 2024. Y'all wrong. Flat out. Period. Done. Okay? Yang 2024 is a pit trap. Let me explain what a pit trap is. Pit trap is where they dig a 10-foot hole in the ground. Okay, they used to do this for wolves in France, right? And they would put branches and leaves over it, and then put some protein in the center, and the wolf would run over, nibble on the protein, fall into the pit trap, couldn't get out because the wall's too steep, and then the hunters would come along, actually not even hunters, just farms, and stab it to death with a spear. Done. All right? Yang 2024 is a pit trap for Andrew Yang. Okay? Now, one, I understand the yippee-ki Yangs who are Yang 2024 are well-meaning, but y'all are so wrong, and I'm about to tell you why. Okay? One, Yang 2024, make sure that Yang gives up now, and that is 100% wrong. 100% wrong. Okay? Here's why. Okay? One, it was wrong for Andrew Yang to suspend when he did. Okay? We all know that. We all know that because we witnessed a whole line of red and blue politicians jump in and copy every single thing he said for like 18 months about UBI. So we know he was dead wrong to suspend. In fact, he should have listened to me, J. Scott Garibay, and you can go back to November through January, where again and again and again, in video after video after video after video, I said all he's got to do is not quit, because the future will unfold a circumstance that will deliver him the victory. I said again and again, Andrew Yang does not need to beat anybody. He just needs to remain standing. He didn't listen. He needs to listen now. Andrew Yang, please unsuspend, because Yang 2024 is the biggest pit trap. You will fall in, and the farmers will come along and stab you to death with the political spear. It is a pit trap. Yang 2024 will not work. I'm going to break it down why. Okay? So one, the real problem is that he is suspended now. Okay? He should not be suspended. He should be running. He should unsuspend immediately. Okay? And the reason why is Joe Biden was a massively weak political opponent before coronavirus. Now he is the fragilest, most brittle candidate you could possibly imagine. Okay? Now, why is Yang 2024 so dangerous, so useless, so wrong? Okay? Here's why. One, it guarantees he quits now. Two, Yang 2024 is foundationally supported on two massively wrong ideas. Okay? Three massively wrong ideas. Massively wrong idea number one, that the world of 2024 will be a world where Andrew Yang can win. First of all, if we let him go to Yang 2024, he comes in as a loser. Loser. Andrew Yang is not a loser now. He's a suspender. Okay, just like every other candidate except Bernie. And Bernie don't even need to get dealt with. He's already been dealt with. He's done. Okay? So he's a suspender. He's not a loser now. He comes in 2024. He is a loser. And guess what losers do? Losers lose. Period. Okay? Bernie's proven it. He lost in 2016, and he's getting wrecked in 2020. Losers lose. Okay? Oh, and I hear you. Oh, what about Donald Trump? He ran in like 2012, came back and did it in 2016. You're 100% right. Andrew Yang don't get to do that. Do you know what kind of dark magic Donald Trump used when he came back and won in 2016? He changed his entire disposition. He turned into a new creature. a dark creature, a creature from the abyss, right? And Andrew Yang can't do none of that. He cannot use the same tool set. He can't do it, right? And this world does not tolerate losers, okay? And the reality is Donald Trump is a special breed, right? He's a predator from the darkest abyss. And the things he did to win in 2016, I don't even got to tell you. You know what they are. And they are bad tool sets. And Andrew Yang ain't going to be able to use any of them. So he can't repeat what Donald Trump did. All right. So, losers lose, okay? So your idea that he can come back and win the way Bernie did, oh no. Trust and believe. The world of 2024 is going to have no time for Andrew Yang. And the reason why is he'll come in as a loser. America don't like losers. They don't like them, period. Okay? And frankly, Donald Trump didn't come in as a loser. Donald Trump came in as a completely different candidate. He picked up some attributes that were horrendous to win 2016. Do we need to talk about the wall? Yeah, exactly. Ain't none of that tool set going to be allowed for Andrew Yang. He's too noble. He has a heart. Okay? It's not going to work. Okay? So, next, the world is going to remain the same. And that this Andrew Yang that did so well in 2020 is going to do well in 2024. Heck to the no. The world of 2024, you have no idea what it's going to be like. But I do know one thing. The rate of change is going to be constant. Absolutely constant. Okay? And the idea that the tool sets and the losing platform of UBI is going to be valuable after it's been copied by politician after politician after politician for 4 years is ludicrous. Again, I done told you. I told you Andrew Yang was more valuable than UBI. And boy, was I right, right? I knew that what Andrew Yang has cannot be copied. He's charismatic, he's noble, he's intelligent. And that you can't find that virtually anywhere in politics. Somebody who support UBI, just go knocking on the next politician's door. It's popular now. They'll support it. UBI is worth nothing. Andrew Yang is the gold. Okay? Go ahead.
I want to add something. So I definitely agree with part of what he's saying. Like 2016's election is going to be, or right now 2020 election is going to be very different from 2016's. Or we already know that from the whole virus situation.
Right.
But then, like, how do we know it's going to be the same for 2024? Like, things have massively changed.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, in, like, the last, 3 months. Like,
right.
You know?
The world is different. We are heading toward a world that very well may never have another handshake, may never have another person see a movie in a movie theater, may never have another person buy a comic book in a comic book shop. And that's just 3 right off my dome, right? There are going to be unintended changes from this coronavirus that are going to shock, appall, and delight people, period. The world will not be the same. And the Andrew Yang who crushed it in 2020 and has the ability to crush it right now if he unsuspends and takes on this massively brittle, completely broken candidate that we call Joe Biden, who doesn't even want the job, right? Who's responsible for Donald Trump because he walked out on America in 2016 when he could have won with incumbency, is coming back 4 years later, just trouncing over, right? 4 years worse. Like, those 4 years did not help, right? Tell me one thing that's better about Biden now than in 2016. There's not a single one. And there's like 20 things I could list that are worse, okay? In fact, Ukraine, that's a pretty big one, right? Like, so all that, okay? In addition, all right, check this, okay? So your idea that 2024 is going to be like 2020 and Andrew Yang is going to trot out his little moves, that he did in 2020, and everything's going to work out in 2024, forget it. That world is gone, right? Andrew Yang would have to completely transform and do new platforms, and all that is a massive gamble, okay? And he comes in as a loser, right? All those are a problem. Here's another one. I know a lot of you ain't going to agree with me on this. You ain't thinking about AOC, okay? AOC is a wrecking ball. That chick, she's got a flow like a rapper. She's super intelligent. She's young, and she is fully qualified to run in 2024, right? And guess what? she's got more momentum and more experience than Yang. A lot of people out there do not recognize AOC as a threat. She is a massive threat. Okay? Massive threat. And I really think AOC is going to be a force to be reckoned with in 2024. And frankly, we don't want Andrew Yang having to cut down AOC in 2024, right? The katana blades he got to use on Biden, like, you know, you can roll hard at Biden and Bernie and Bloomberg, right? These are all 43 president, have that two attributes of 43 president, and that you could just roll as hard as you want, say whatever you want, right? Because they're brittle, right? They're fragile. But AOC is got all the intersectionality, right? And I think after two solid elections where people were like, female president? No. Female president? No. Number 3, yeah, it's going to be there. And guess what? AOC is going to be able to flow like JayZ. And the reason why is going to be coming off of either a successful wall or a failed wall. And that's big, right? So you best believe AOC is going to be there, and she will be a massive threat to Andrew Yang, right? And Andrew Yang is going to be a weaker candidate because he's spending time already on CNN being a pundit. Ain't none of that help, right? And she's going to be able to say, hey, while you were talking on CNN, I was making laws. How do you think that's going to play? AOC will wreck him, right? That chick has got a flow like JayZ, DMX, like politics, the way she talks matches rappers. She's incredible. She owns the camera, and the media loves her. And guess what? She's failing. You know what? Failing is awesome because you learn lessons, right? And she's going to be hitting her stride with all her traction. AOC is a force of NATO. She will hit in 2024 like a tornado. And Yang can't come at her the way he came at Biden, Bernie, Bloomberg, Beto O'Rourke. Right? It ain't gonna be, this 2024 ain't gonna be filled with 43 era president candidates. It's not, right? And people are gonna be, and I really think the Dems go into a 43 era president issue, there's gonna be a reckoning. And AOC is perfectly positioned to reap the harvest. Okay? So one, you ain't recognizing that the world ain't gonna be the same in 2024. AOC will be there, and she's gonna be forged like a magical sword from a cold forged, moonlit night from a dwarven forge. Like, she is going to be sharp and incredibly durable and dangerous. There's no two ways about that. Okay? Oh, and guess what? If I'm wrong about AOC, there's going to be some other magical being who emerges just like Andrew Yang. In the 4 years that are coming up, people are going to emerge like Obama, like Yang, superstars, rock stars. Right? And everybody's going to look at you, Andrew Yang, and go, oh, you were fun in 2020, but we've been hearing you talk on CNN for 4 years and not make laws and not do awesome things, right? And you look worse now than you did then, right? These 4 years are not going to play well for him, okay? It's not, right? Especially if AOC's in the Senate and is in Congress making laws while he's making statements on CNN. That ain't going to play well, okay? In France, they call a pit trap for a wolf a Trou de Loup. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Yang 2024 is a pit trap. Okay? We need to call Andrew Yang to unsuspend and win now. The iron is hot now. The sword is glowing amber red now. We need his forces momentum now. 2024 is a pit trap, right? And I'm telling you, I think lots of people in politics are happy to let him take the loss, come in and a loser as a 2024, and then Bernie it up, lose again, just like Bernie did. And people thought Bernie, and here's the thing, my plan, there ain't nothing to lose. There is nothing for Andrew Yang to lose from unsuspending right now, right? It is important. If you are Yippee Yang, stop talking about Yang 2024. It is a pit trap. He will fall in. He will get politically stabbed to political death by political farmers. It is a pit trap. And here's the thing, right? And I am. I'm Yang 2020. I ain't Yang 24, right? And the reason why is I know it's a guaranteed loss for him. And a lot of times I'm like, oh, that's my opinion. This ain't my opinion. I called all of this, right? I'm willing to say when I'm wrong, but I ain't wrong about this. Yang 2024 helps Yang's opponents. It does not help Yang. If you like Yang, if you appreciate Yang, get off Yang 2024 and get back to Yang 2020. We need to unsuspend now, and we definitely do not need the best leader in 10 generations walking into a pit trap. What do you think?
So, I just want to add this. Any way that Yang would be elected in the next 8 years is a huge gamble. Like, right now, if Yang jumped in, it would kind of be like a puppy barking at a lion. Like, it's dangerous. Like, even getting your campaign back and running, I mean, he wouldn't have to do that because of the whole coronavirus thing, whatever. But getting that started back up is a very hard process. And wait,
so you're saying
has anybody
unsuspended
their campaign
never
in history?
Never. Wait, actually,
did I hear that? Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
None.
There was one.
None?
There was one
Okay.
to your point, Perot, and it ended horribly. He got
Has anybody
crushed
been elected
from an unsuspend? Good point. Well played. So
But-
Logan's saying unsuspending would be incredibly difficult, and the odds of him winning would be low.
They're
right?
always first, so you have to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Like, stuff could randomly happen. And another thing is, he would have, like, a starting edge because Bernie and Biden, they're, like, it's kind of obvious now that they're not really suited to be president. Like, with this whole coronavirus thing, they have to
Not
be
anymore.
carried like babies.
Right.
If
They have to bubble boil.
like,
yeah.
If you're president and people have to care for you like a child, that is not good.
Yeah.
So
We know people who want to see their parents right now, and their parents are telling them, "Hey, we can't see you.
Yeah.
We literally can't. We can't drive across the neighborhood to see you."
Mm-hmm.
Right. So we're gonna have a president who we need to protect the way we're all. Many people are protecting their parents right now.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna work, right? But you are right. Unsuspending is going to be hard. That's true. But we need. Here's the thing. Yippee-ki-yangs, right? We need to move Yang. Because Yang has bought into the pit trap. He is the wolf. He is a predator, right? He is an alpha. But he is headed to that pit trap right now, right? If you're a true Yippee-ki-yang, get on Twitter. Get on Facebook. Get through your networks and say to Yang, unsuspend now. 2024 is a pit trap, right? It is not a good idea. I'll give you the last word. What do you think?
I just want to put my opinion out there. I do think this can happen. Like, it can. Will it? I don't think so.
I hear
But
you.
it could happen.
That's valid. That's always valid.
Just
Reality
the level
check.
of complexity for him
To
being
unsuspend.
elected
Yeah.
after unsuspending his campaign, that's, like, absurd. But it could happen.
Yeah.
And
There's a possibility.
And, like, things get weird in history. So, we don't know if things are going to get weird in history right now. So, it could happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it would, though.
Thanks for being a counterpoint. I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the time to share this with you. You could tell I'm a little wound up because I really feel a little vexed that I called. All he had to do to win was just stay in, and I was 100% right. So I'm a little frustrated. Please, Andrew Yang, you didn't listen before. Please listen now. All that, some percentage of that is my opinion. Some percent of that is Logan's opinion. Both of us have a lot of thanks to you for letting us share this with you. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.